5 minutes past the hour. 60 seconds to live.
From Los Angeles, this is Online Tonight.
Five minutes, 30 seconds past the hour. 30 seconds to live.
This is Online Tonight.
We're taking your calls right now at 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546.
Online Tonight.
Okay. Explain.
I can't. I don't know how he's doing it.
You're not gonna do anything about that?
What am I gonna do, huh? Broadcast her over the internet?
And now, from the craziest city on the planet, this is Online Tonight. On the air toll free at 1-800-39-ONLINE. 1-800-396-6546. And now, the host of Online Tonight, Max.
All right, welcome to Online Tonight on this chilly January Sunday. I hope you are safe and warm, as the largest part of the country is facing severe weather storms, winter storms. And in the place where I am, we're hoping they keep the power on. So we're going to keep broadcasting until the power goes off. Hopefully you aren't having the same problem. By the way, I am Max Smart. Name of the show is Online Tonight. This is episode number 2096. It's titled, Let the Tech Rip Like Ponies. And if you stay tuned for all the hours, you'll understand why, because we always put the movie reviews or the TV series reviews in the title. What can you expect from Online Tonight? Well, we talk about tech, pop culture, and more. Pretty much anything except for politics. And more for us is like theme parks, food, pets, video games, movies. I consider AI, 3D printers, things like that to be technology. And so, of course, those are going to be there. I love talking about that stuff. Coming up this hour, we have our Geek Speak, our Bookmark This, some Apple news, some music streaming news, and our review of the movie starring Matt Damon and Ben Affleck called The Rip on Netflix. But more importantly, I am like your free tech support. I used to work in tech support. I worked for Apple as a service technician and a support specialist. I worked at Next, where I supported the hardware companies that were putting Next Step on their hardware. So that's what I do. I do tech support, and you can call our free, toll-free telephone number using our Broadcast Bionics Caller One system and get free tech support. I'll help you with pretty much anything, even if you just need a permission slip to go buy a nice new Mac Mini or a A6 NUC or Intel NUC or one of these mini computers, or you want to get a gaming PC. We could talk about the different types of stuff. Maybe you're getting into AI, running local AI. I'd love to help you with all of that stuff. And the best way to get into the show is 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546. And that I always have questions, follow-up questions, and we can have a nice conversation. You can also send me an email, show@onlinetonight.com. You can text or leave a voicemail. The text voicemail number is 951-395-1017. Data rates may apply. Leaving a voicemail is your authorization to broadcast your likeness. It's been chilly here, so my nose is running a little bit, but I'm going to plow right through. Again, that Text voicemail number 951-395-1017. Victoria is producing the show as always. She's answering your calls, checking for your messages on all the different platforms. Before we jump into the Apple news, this portion of the show is brought to you by Paramount Plus. This streamer has become a series contender in sports, and this month they're adding the UFC, EFL, UEFA, and UFC are available with the basic streaming plan. But with the premium plan, you also get the NCAA and the PGA. That's golf, if you like to hit a small ball with a big stick. Find out all that Paramount Plus has to offer by visiting our website, onlinetonight.com/stream. Onlinetonight.com/stream. And unfortunately, I watched a team I care about lose on the Paramount Plus today. So I'm a little sad. If you taped it, I don't want to wreck it. By the way, the show is also brought to you by my new line of t-shirts. I've partnered with swagtothemax.com, but we've created a separate store, onlinetonight.com/store, where we have hats, mugs, tote bags, and t-shirts that are all pirate themes. There are others that they offer, but the pirate ones are the ones that I created. Let's jump into Apple news. Apple has launched a new Creator Studio subscription bundle. Think Adobe Creative Cloud. It's $12.99 a month or $130 for a whole year if you're in the United States. There's 6 apps, 6 apps in the in the set. Of course, the biggest one being Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, Pixelmator Pro. Remember, they acquired them not too long ago. Motion, compressor, and MainStage. And if you don't know what some of those things are, just call in 1-800-39-ONLINE, and we'll go over what the apps do and what you might want to use them for. You can buy them separately, but they are available now as part of the bundle. And Pixelmator Pro is going from the Mac to the iPad. By the way, all 6 of these, except for Motion Compressor and MainStage, will run on a Mac or an iPad. So that's pretty good. Subscribers will get exclusive AI features and premium content across Final Cut Pro, Pixelmator Pro, Numbers, Pages, Keynote, and Freeform. Some top-tier features going forward will be limited to subscribers. Keep that in mind. Example features include the new Warp tool in Pixelmator Pro and a content hub for royalty-free assets and templates for Numbers and Pages and Motion and all kinds of stuff. So they give you starting points, which is nice. The apps will have separate subscription and one-time purchase versions with different icons on the Mac. The service starts January 28th via the App Store. A 1-month free trial for new subscribers. 3-month free trial for buyers of any new Macs or qualifying iPad. It has to be a special iPad. It's got to be an A16 or better. So the A16, the A17 Pro, the M series chips, like the M1 iPad or the M5 iPad Pro. College students can get it for $3 a month or $30 a year. So the subscription, just like all Apple apps that you get from the App Store, can be shared with up to 5 family members. So if you are using family sharing, then you can get that subscription, and 4 more people will have access to those same 6 apps. They do remain available for one-time purchases. I know that there were some people that were curious about that, and the free versions of Numbers and Pages and things like that will still be available, apparently. The premium new AI features and some of the content, like those sample clips, think of like Pond 5 or Shudder or places like that where you can get some pre-made videos and things like that. And if you go over to Apple's website and look for their Creator Studio FAQ, there are some additional answers there. If you are using an iPhone Air MagSafe battery, keep in mind that Apple has now updated the firmware to keep the battery from overheating or to charge more efficiently. We don't really know because the notes don't really say what was changed exactly. But we have seen a lot of these external batteries kind of getting overheated. And so it seems like, hopefully, if that was an issue that was concerning Apple, that they addressed it with this new firmware. It's version 101.0, build number 8B32. The old one was 8B 25. Some performance improvements, hopefully, stability, bug fixes, things like that. Very quickly, I wanted to mention, I guess that's good news. It's not like it's bad news, right? For the MagSafe battery. Something that I'm kind of excited about because I'm getting more and more into the video games and things like that. I still am an old retro player, but I do like playing some stuff on my phone or my iPad. Apple Arcade is adding 4 new games on February 5th. Retrocade brings classic arcade titles like Asteroids, Pac-Man, Breakout, Galaga, and Space Invaders. See, the retro stuff that I love. It supports Apple Vision Pro as well as the iPhone and the iPad. Sid, how would you say this? Miser? M-E-I-E-R-S? Miser? Victoria?
Myers?
Myers. Like Mike Myers? Oh, there's no Y. Okay. Let's go with Sid Meier's. That sounds good. Civilization 7 Arcade Edition will be launching on the Mac, the iPad, and the iPhone. Civilization 7 focuses on building and managing a world empire in a strategy format. So almost think of like Risk, but on like a video game. Fletcher's Door, that's a rhythm-based game. Apple Arcade offers hundreds of games across iPhone, iPad, Mac, Apple TV, and Apple Vision Pro. All Apple Arcade games, by the way, are ad-free. And there are no in-app purchases. So that makes it cool. You just get it, and you get all the features that you want just for that subscription for $7 a month, or you can get it as part of the Apple One bundle and save more. Apple Arcade is available through the App Store and the App Game Store. It's online tonight, 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546.
If you're an author interested in turning your works into audiobooks, Narrate Your Own Book is for you. Since 2005, David H. Lawrence XVII has taught 3,000 students the ins and outs of voiceover work, including narration of audiobooks. As an author, your curriculum includes more than the performance and recording aspects of narration. You also learn how to prepare your manuscript to become an audiobook and market it once it's finished. Visit narrateyourownbook.com for more information and a sample class. narrateyourownbook.com.
There's no better way to bond with your cats than with a special treat. Lick and Lap by Vitacraft is a healthy 5-pack saucy tureen snack full of a creamy paste that your cats are gonna love. Free from artificial colors, flavors, and preservatives, it's the perfect snack between meals. Lick and Lap is available at Walmart, your local pet stores, and of course, on their website at vitacraft.us.
We call ourselves ASAP Travel for one reason. We can help you book a ticket ASAP. For those of you that don't know, that means as soon as possible. That means no wait time. You get through right away. No searching online. Our specialty is the lowest available fares on the big name airlines. You know them. We can't tell you their names. You can fly domestically or internationally and save more money than you could if you call the airlines directly. Our proprietary software goes underneath the hood of the major airline booking systems and finds you the best rates available. So if you're ready to make your travel plans right now, business or vacation travel, we have all the major airlines always at great rates. Call ASAP Trips and we'll have your ticket in your inbox in 15 minutes. Call this number now.
800-515-4035. 800-515-4035. 800-515-4035. That's 800-515-4035.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle. Or forget extra diapers. And never give in to a meltdown. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never let them have too much screen time. And never bribe them for just one more bite. You say you'd never let them out in public without their hair brushed. Never, ever become a minivan mom. And you'd never give them your phone for a quiet dinner.
Calling boss work phone.
So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, no, it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 in the morning, my phone rang. They said, "I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action." Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full-time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Online tonight.
Geek Speak.
All right, Geek Speak. I love Geek Speak. I learn a lot when I find these terms and share them with you. This Geek Speak, where we take a tech term and we turn it into plain English, hopefully, right before your very ears, is QBE. It's an acronym. We'll get to that in just a moment. This Geek Speak is powered by Anchor. I'm so excited that Anchor has launched their new Nano wireless car charger. That means your phone can be held securely within view while it's using the QI2 certified 15-watt wireless charging pad. And what's even better is you can take that charging pad with you. But when it's in the holder, the head swivels 360 degrees. It tilts 45 degrees. That way you can find the perfect viewing angle so that you can drive undistracted safely, right? The only thing you should be doing on your phone is maybe navigation. And then you can have it in the corner of your eye so that when you talk to it, you can see if it recognized that it's ready to help you. Check out all the great Anchor products by visiting our website, onlinetonight.com/anchor, onlinetonight.com/ANKER. Now, QBE, or Query by Example. And they want me to use the word queries, but I'm just going to say searches to make it easier because, that's what you're doing. So QEB is a feature that is included with various database applications to provide user-friendly method of running database searches. Typically, without QEB, the user must write input commands using SQL commands. Those are complicated, and the syntax is complicated. And if you mess it up, then you're not going to get what you're looking for. You might get the wrong results, or you might not get anything at all. So using Query by Example, it has a simple user interface that allows you to enter these searches. So instead of writing the entire complicated SQL command, the user can just fill in blanks, or you can even select items from a predefined list and then do your search. QEB is often offered by most of the database programs. Now, the interface may look different depending on which database you're using, but all of them are used to make running these database searches easier and avoid the frustrations of having basically learn a whole nother language and generating these SQL errors. So there you are. That is this hour's Geek Speak, QBE. QBE.
Online tonight.
If redness, swelling, or irritation occurs, increase your listening time by 1 hour per day. This is Online Tonight. Now, here's Max.
My fingers were so cold, the touch screen didn't want to work. So I'm going to warm them up for you. Don't forget our phone lines are open. Use our Broadcast Bionics Caller One system using our toll-free telephone number, 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546. Don't forget you can follow me on X and Instagram, at Max Smart Radio. Same name on both platforms, at Max Smart Radio, all one word. Miss Victoria.
Yes, we have a listener question in the form of a text from someone named Curious in DC. You mentioned on a previous show that Apple's Siri was going to be powered by Gemini. Do you have any info yet on what features we should expect from this collaboration?
I mean, the short answer, Curious, is I don't have any detailed information. I have speculation. I'm sure that as 26.4 comes out and the Siri is a little bit more personal, like they promised back in June of last year, then we're going to see a little bit of that. But I don't expect that we're going to see like the full-blown super AI, ask it anything you want, and it'll figure everything out for you until after the Worldwide Developer Conference in June. But as you have already mentioned, Apple and Google are partnering to use Gemini to power a more personalized version of Siri. Right now, you notice it says, would you like me to ask ChatGPT? So the rumor is that Siri is basically going to be Gemini, and you're going to be able to talk to it. It's going to know about your personal things and your photos and your apps and things like that. But when it needs to go off device, it's just going to go to Gemini and do it for you. And it could be as early as spring where you're going to get some of those more factual kind of conversations. It'll be more conversational. It'll be able to tell you more stories. Some people are saying it will be a little bit more emotionally supportive. I don't really use my Siri for that kind of thing, but you know, if it benefits you, great. Siri will handle more real-world tasks in the future, like booking travel. It'll help you create documents like in note apps, and like if you want to write out a recipe, you can dictate it and it'll put it in notes. And then, of course, some of the things that we're going to see after Worldwide Developer Conference, at least that's the current speculation, that Siri will give proactive suggestions based on data from apps like the calendar. Like, oh my goodness, you know, I see that traffic is bad. You got to leave like 15 minutes earlier or you're not going to make this appointment. That's possible. We don't know. I'm just, again, speculating. Improvements align with Apple's previously announced goals, personal context understanding, on-screen awareness, and deeper per-app controls. Examples could be pulling flight, lunch reservations from mail and messages. You could probably kind of do this now with messages and mail. You can kind of dictate stuff and it'll do it. Now, apparently, you won't see any Google branding as part of the Siri. You're just going to get the interface that you're used to. Like if you're using Apple Intelligence now, you get that very colorful edge around your screen to let you know that it's active. And it seems like it's just going to be that. You're going to get the same Siri voices that you're used to and that you expect. As I mentioned, it may come as early as March and April, a portion of this as part of the 26.4 release. But some of the more advanced things, like booking your flights or ordering things for you, or doing some of these more advanced operations, may be delayed until iOS 27, which usually pops in towards the fall. So hopefully that answers your question, Curious. I've got my eye on it just like you are. We're all waiting to see what some of the answers are. There's a lot of guesses out there, and we'll see which guesses I have that are right. And if you're not listening live and you want to submit a question like Curious did, the text number is 951-395-1017. Again, 951-395-1017. Text and voicemail, by the way. You can leave a voicemail. You can leave a text. Most people leave texts. Don't get a lot of voicemails. I guess that's how it goes. You can also email the show@onlinetonight.com. Very quickly, Ford insists that it is going to continue to support Apple CarPlay in its vehicles. A 2024 J.D. Power survey showed that CarPlay scoring higher in customer satisfaction than built-in infotainment systems. Ford is cautious about adopting CarPlay Ultra, which definitely dives deeper into the car. Like it knows about the air conditioning and knows about the tachometer and the miles and stuff like that. So they're not wanting to jump there, but they offer CarPlay. They said, hey, we're going to continue to offer CarPlay, because GM said they're going to remove it and they're going to have their own thing. BMW claims that drivers prefer its in-house system, though some still rely on CarPlay for specific uses. What are you using in your car? I mean, will you buy a car that doesn't have like these infotainment stuff? 1-800-39-ONLINE.
Looking for a one-of-a-kind gift or to complete your own collection? Sumerian Collection offers a wide variety of vintage goods with new items added weekly. Books, collectibles, clothing items, jewelry, gadgets, and gizmos galore. Many items are from the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, but exclusive finds from earlier time periods become available as well. Rare vintage items include dolls from around the world and foreign language books. Online shopping at Sumerian Collection is a breeze, with Etsy's secure payment processing and shipping to U.S. locations included free with every purchase. Visit SumerianCollection.etsy.com to see what's new and vintage this week. SAMERIAN Collection.ETSY.com. SAMERIAN Collection.ETSY.com. Sumerian Collection.
If you turned 65 recently like me, it's important you find a Medicare Advantage plan that gives you the coverage you're looking for. But finding one can be difficult. The best thing I did, and I suggest you do the same, is call a licensed insurance agent and let them walk you through your Medicare Advantage plan options. There are so many benefits you have access to, so make the call now and let the representatives explain everything to you. Our licensed insurance agents can offer you a variety of Medicare Advantage plans. Plus, the call is free, the information is free, and there's no obligation to enroll. We're here to make it easy for you to select a Medicare Advantage plan that may work for your needs. Finding a Medicare Advantage plan can be easy if you do what I did. Make a quick call right now to learn more. Thank you.
800-439-7851. 800-439-7851. 800-439-7851. That's 800-439-7851.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that we can give our daughters everything they need to grow and learn. But not every child can focus on classes and play dates.
Nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. face hunger. That's 1 in 6. School lunch might be their only meal each day, and it's heartbreaking to imagine any child going to bed hungry. We're dreaming of a perfect day when kids can smile, play, and just be kids without worrying about where their next meal will come from. Feeding America is working to make that perfect day a reality.
Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste. That food is given to families and children in need. Being a kid should be about doing things that make an ordinary day extraordinary. Learning to play an instrument, building a sandcastle, hosting tea parties. Hunger should never be an obstacle to growing up.
You can help end childhood hunger in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Uh-oh. Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. But prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Where do my friends and other students find their voice? We find our voice through the performing arts, along with millions of other high school students. By expressing yourself in a role on stage, through an instrument, or at the debate podium, the performing arts give us freedom to find ourselves, to find our place. The stage is where I can play, perform, and compete with my friends.
Performing arts at your school is where creativity meets courage. Encourage the students in your life to find their voice through the performing arts. This message presented by the NFHS, where we encourage all students to play, perform, and compete together.
Looking around for the phone number, it's 1-800-39-ONLINE. 1-800-396-6546.
Online tonight. That was wicked hot, you guys.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba. All right, this is Online Tonight. My name is Max. Thank you so much for joining me. Greatly appreciate it. Hopefully you're keeping warm. Or if you're listening to the podcast afterwards, I hope the storm wasn't too bad for you. We're keeping our fingers crossed for our friends and neighbors in Texas and Florida and Massachusetts and New York and Chicago and everywhere else. So hope you're doing well. Let us know if you need anything. Don't forget you can use our Broadcast Bionics Caller One system using our toll-free telephone number, which is 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546. It's the toll-free telephone number. You can also reach out via text and voicemail and email. The email address, show@onlinetonight.com, and the text voicemail number, 951-395-1017. I just want to quickly mention before we jump into our movie premiere review thing that the Govee Neon Rope Light 2, it looks like a neon light. I mean, like a neon sign from just a few feet away. It's incredibly shapeable neon light strip. It uses LEDs, so it uses a lot less power. And if the glass breaks, it doesn't go everywhere, and the gas doesn't. I don't know if that gas is good or bad for you, but it's got these cool little bend clips, and you can create angles and corners and make your custom styles. It comes in a 10-foot roll and a 16.4-foot roll. You can learn more about Govee's products at onlinetonight.com/Govee, onlinetonight.com/GOVEE. Now, our movie review.
From Hollywood.
One very important thing, mate. I'm Captain Jack Sparrow.
Blockbusters, tearjerkers, family fare.
Everything is awesome.
What's worth seeing in the theater, and what should you just watch at home?
Are you a good witch or a bad witch?
Here are your hosts.
I am Max.
And I'm Victoria.
And we want to share with you our thoughts on the rated R Netflix movie called The Rip, starring Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, or as I like to say, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
Why do you call him Affleck?
I have no idea. Well, Affleck. It's not named after the
Not
bird?
the duck. It's not the duck.
Okay. With a D, by the way, just for our AM listeners. That's like the bird from that commercial.
Yeah.
All right. You want to go with the premise, or you don't want to go with the premise? Some days you like premises, some days you don't.
You can do the premise.
Okay. So the premise is that Ben's character and Matt's character, and you're going to have to give me the names of the characters in just a minute, work for a Miami Police Department special group called TNT. And they are think of them like a SWAT team, but they primarily deal with the cartels, drug people, and things like that. One of the things that they come across are stash houses where they recover money or pounds, kilos of drugs. One of the requirements, one of the policies, or I don't know if it's just a policy or a legal requirement, is they have to count all the money before they leave the premise so that, it is accounted for correctly. There appears that there might be some bad cops or entities that have been breaking into these stash houses and stealing the money or the drugs and not reporting it through the official channels. This all starts off with a lady running from two gunmen, and it turns out that she was the TNT captain of the group, and she was murdered on the beach. but not before she sent a text message to one of her subordinates. Go.
And she was on the phone with
a snitch.
Yeah, a snitch that she was trying to help, who was worried about her safety, about the snitch's safety.
Mm-hmm.
And so the snitch was concerned and still kind of on the edge about giving up the information because of, concerns about her safety.
Sure.
So we have to kind of infer from that conversation, from hearing kind of the two sides, but not seeing the person she's on the phone with.
Mm-hmm.
As we go through the movie, we kind of figure out who that was.
Right. All right. Give me Matt's character's name and Ben's character's name so we can talk about some of the other people.
Okay. Matt is Lieutenant Dane Dumars.
Okay, Dane.
And Ben is Detective Sergeant J.D. something.
Okay, Ben and J.D.
Yep.
And then we have Roe.
Yes, we have Stephen Ewan.
Go ahead.
Who we've seen in quite a few things, and he is Detective Mike Rowe. And then we have Tiana Taylor, who's Detective Numa Baptiste, and Detective Lolo Salazar, played by Catalina Sandino Moreno. Had to go to a different page.
Now, do we want to talk about Matt's brother at the FBI, and do we want to talk about any of the DEA agents?
Well, I think what we want to talk about is the fact that there's a lot of suspicion throughout their department. They don't have a very supportive boss. He's constantly worried about...
Well, he thinks the whole division's going to get canned.
Yeah, he's worried about budget cuts. And
he's more worried about his future job. He doesn't care.
And he's played by Nestor Carbonell, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
And also we have Kyle Chandler in here as well, as a DEA agent who is friendly with the team.
Oh, yeah. All these groups are buddy-buddy, it seems.
Right. So there's a lot of suspicion kind of everywhere because of the murder of their captain.
Mm-hmm.
And then because of who was involved with whom romantically, and the fact that one person got a promotion to head the department over another person when
I think you can say that.
They were both even, or one had more experience or whatever.
All right, so Dane,
there's potential bad blood within.
So Dane is, got to turn your speakers up for me, please.
What happened?
Dane got the promotion, but JD had a relationship with the captain, and the captain promoted Dane. And so, JD, maybe not so happy about it, but he's pretending like it's not bothering him. Go ahead. Go ahead, please. Where'd you go? Bathroom break. We got 2 minutes.
Hi.
Hi, yeah.
My mic wasn't working, apparently. I was saying there was bad blood, and so there was a lot of suspicion between the different people in the department, which makes for a very kind of nice, twisted story.
Well, tense.
Yeah, because nobody knows who to trust. And so it's very convoluted, the way that they communicate and the different things that happen.
Yeah.
Suspenseful.
So there's the internal company politics, and then there's the the friendly group. There was a group of Miami Police Department that was a special task force, and they were all let go, partly because there was corruption in that department, so they let it go, and so now everybody's kind of wondering, is there corruption on all these other... There's a lot of moving pieces, is what I'm trying to say. And there's already a little bit of tension between Dane and JD's character, and then it almost seems like Dane is maybe... they're questioning you said earlier that you don't really like being a cop anymore. I mean, what does that actually mean? Are you actually going to the dark side? Are you... So there's a lot to kind of go on.
And there's a lot of temptation when so much money is involved.
150,000, 300,000. sometimes you would get a big house with $1 million in it or something like that. Let's just say we want you to watch this movie. We're talking about The Rip, rated R on Netflix. We want you to take some time to watch it because this is one of the biggest rips they've ever seen. And who has the right motives, who has the neutral motives, and who has the bad motives? And for me, I'm just going to say this real fast. This is the best movie that I have seen in years, and I would like to give it an 11.
Oh.
And I'm going to watch it again. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Victoria?
I'm going to give it a 4.5 because I did enjoy it as well, and I don't usually go off the charts like you do.
Okay, but
it was a very satisfying ending.
Yeah, it was so well done. And, wow. That's all I can say. Wow. Talking about The Rip, rated R on Netflix. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, a lot of action. Online tonight. Stay tuned.
At Bon Voyage Earns, we love our pets. We couldn't imagine our lives without them. But we know that when they pass on, we want to treat them with the respect they deserve, because they're family members too. Bon Voyage Earns makes biodegradable, marine-safe urns for the delivery of pets' cremated remains to a beautiful resting place in the Pacific Ocean. Love them while you have them. Give them a proper send-off when it's time. More information at bvorns.com.
There's danger out there. It lurks on highways and quiet neighborhood streets. It's more likely to kill you than a shark, and more terrifying than the biggest snake. Distracted driving claims lives every day. Every notification, swipe, social post, video, or selfie while driving risks your life. So while you might think public speaking or the zombie apocalypse is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Our research team has found a perfect solution to solve any man's ED problem, erectile dysfunction. Even the word is a bummer. And those pharmacy pills are expensive, but when you call our special toll-free number, you can always buy 40 to 50 pills for around $2 each. At your pharmacy, you could spend up to $65 for just one pill. Our price is around $2, and our formula works virtually the same as the expensive pills. We even deliver them to your door in a confidential package so you don't have to go anywhere. Just pick up the phone and order 40 to 50 highly effective ED pills for around $2 each. It's a no-brainer. You'll save hundreds of dollars, and you'll have our 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call now to order 40 to 50 ED pills with no prescription for around $2 each.
Call Steelman now at 800-764-9168, 800-764-9168. That's 800-764-9168.
We're live here outside the Perez family home, just waiting for the... And there they go, almost on time this morning. Mom is coming out the front door strong with a double-arm kid carry. Looks like Dad has the bags. Daughter is bringing up the rear. Oh, but the diaper bag wasn't closed. Diapers and toys are everywhere. Ooh, but Mom has just nailed the perfect car seat buckle for the toddler. And now the eldest daughter, who looks to be about 9 or 10, has secured herself in the booster seat. Dad zips the bag closed, and they're off. But looks like Mom doesn't realize her coffee cup is still on the roof of the car. And there it goes. Oh, that's a shame. That mug was a fam favorite.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Just nail the big stuff. Like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Learn more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Car is making a strange noise. No matter what it is, you can't just pretend it's not happening.
That's an interesting sound.
It's like your mental health. If you're struggling and feeling overwhelmed, it's important to do something about it. It can be as simple as talking to someone in your community, or just taking a deep, calming breath when you need it. Nice. For mental health resources, check out loveyourmindtoday.org. At loveyourmindtoday.org, you'll find information that may help you get through a tough time. Things like tips for dealing with stress, how to navigate difficulties like financial worries, anger, substance use, and more. You can also find real stories of how people navigated their own mental health challenges. Because once you start to address the problem, you can go so much further. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Online tonight.
Hey,
bookmark this.
All right. Every hour we try to give you a bookmark this that you will find fun, educational, or at least entertaining, and it's a URL to a website. So this one is facebook.com/Winnie the Pooh. You know, that character that you can see at the theme parks or in books. Winnie the Pooh recently celebrated a birthday. Well, kind of, because January 18th is actually the birthday of the author, A.A. Milne. It rhymes with kiln. Milne. M-I-L-N-E. But this year, it has extra special significance as Winnie the Pooh just turned 100 years old. Or the author would have been 100-year-old, but the character is. That willy-nilly silly old bear appeared in his self-titled storybook in January of 1926 and has been a tubby little cubby all stuffed with fluff ever since. So if you want to learn a little bit more about Winnie the Pooh, head over to facebook.com/Winnie the Pooh. I would not recommend going to Netflix and searching for that because there's a horror movie now, because Winnie the Pooh, I believe, is in the public domain, along with Steamboat Willie, and they've made horror movies out of it. So you don't want to watch that version. You want to watch the cuddly, fluffy version for children, probably. I mean, unless you like horror movies with very famous characters. Facebook.com/Winnie the Pooh, Facebook.com/Winnie the Pooh. That is this hour's Bookmark This, brought to you by my new line of t-shirts. I have teamed up with... Who have I teamed up with? I've teamed up with Swag to the Max. And I have introduced a new line of pirate merchandise, t-shirts, mugs, hats, and tote bags. I always forget either the mugs or the tote bags. But you can check it out by going to onlinetonight.com/store, onlinetonight.com/STORE.
Online tonight.
If at first you don't succeed, destroy all evidence that you tried.
Good advice.
This is Online Tonight. Now, here's Max.
All right. Well, you know, I keep hearing the prices are stabilizing and that they're going down. But it seems that the things that I care about, they keep going up. I live in a terrible state where gas is crazy expensive. A friend of mine was in Utah and said, I filled up my gas tank for like $2. And then a friend of mine in Texas said, our gas is currently $2.19. And I said, I paid $6 for a gallon of gas. When we were at CES in Las Vegas, I only paid $2.90, and I thought that was a deal. It is. So some things are getting more expensive, and we have to make choices. Like, what are we going to get? What are we going to keep? What are we going to trim? Because we got a budget. I mean, the country doesn't seem to be on a budget. I'm going to stay out of politics. But us at home, we're on a budget. So are you going to continue to have Spotify? Spotify is raising the subscription price in the U.S. Estonia, and Latvia. Those are three interesting countries. You would think it would be like the U.S., Canada, Mexico, Europe, France. No, it's these three that I mentioned. This is Spotify's third U.S. price increase in the last 3 years. It's only going up $1. So some people will say, hey, that's worth it. But, it depends, doesn't it, on your budget. Spotify, they are now raising the individual premium plan from $11.99 to $12.99 a month. Student plan will increase from $5.99 to $6.99. You see, those percentages are not the same. So they did a $1 increase for the students and a $1 increase for the U.S. individuals. But if you figure out the percentage, students are now paying a much higher percentage. I'm not going to do the math for you because sometimes numbers make people sleepy. The Duo plan, which is the two accounts plan, is going to go from $16.99 to $18.99. So that's up $2. The family plan will go up from $19.99 to $21.99. That's also up $2. Existing subscribers will be notified by email and see the change in their next billing date. New subscribers pay the new price right away. I mean, if you've never paid the lower price, then you're going to pay the new price. I mean, that makes sense. Why? That's really screwy. Spotify says pricing updates reflect the value of the service and help support artists. Even though Spotify has been throwing in podcasts and other types of audiobooks and things like that to kind of dilute the royalties going to some of the artists, but we're not going to get into the mechanics of their business model, though, it should maybe try to get fixed. First U.S. price hike since the first U.S. price hike was in July of 2023, where they went to $9.99 a month. The second one was in June of 2024, where they went to $11.99. The pattern shows more frequent adjustments over a decade to stable pricing. But then, the music people want more. And part of this might be because they kind of diluted the bucket. And so now the rights holders from the record labels are saying, hey, we're getting pennies or sub pennies, and that's got to come up or we're going to have a problem. So I'm sure there's a little bit of play on that. Shazam has released its annual Fast Forward list, which highlights the artists that are expected to break out this year, 2026. An accompanying Apple Music playlist features more than 60 emerging artists. Selections are based on Shazam's song identification data and is reviewed by the Apple Music editors. Shazam data comes from real-world discovery moments like TikToks and ads in public places. I used it just the other day to find out what this song was at the end of a movie. The 2026 list includes a wide global range of genres and regions. Example artists mentioned is the K-pop group Cortis, C-O-R-T-I-S. We've got country singer Culpepper and the Irish rock band Florence Road. Those are up and coming. Past Fast Forward lists have featured artists who later became well-known, like Benson Boone and Ice Spice and others. Apple acquired Shazam, by the way, in case you didn't know this, back in 2018. Generate Apple Music playlists with ChatGPT. Apple Music is now available as an extension inside of ChatGPT. The integration lets users search songs, get recommendations, and generate playlists using natural language by describing the moods, activities, genres, decades, or detailed criteria instead of using keywords. That's kind of cool. ChatGPT can combine multiple preferences to create more precise music results. I recently was listening to Apple Music and I asked for 80s new wave, but they were all deep cuts. I want like the one-hit wonders. I want, the stuff that I used to hear in the club or at the high school prom or things like that. And so having the ability to maybe have an AI help me create a better playlist, that might be interesting. Don't forget, if you missed any portion of the show, head over to onlinetonight.com where you can check out our show notes. It's episode number 2096. You can subscribe to the podcast, you can listen to the archive, and you can get a link to our visual item. It's Online Tonight. Stay tuned.
Online Tonight is produced and copyrighted by Smart Family Media. All rights reserved. Host Maxwell Smart. Producer and other hats worn by Victoria Smart. Views and opinions expressed are those of the host, guest, and callers. and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, affiliates, or other advertisers.
From Los Angeles, this is Online Tonight.
"30 seconds past the hour.
From Los Angeles, this is Online Tonight.
"1 minute past the hour.
From Los Angeles, this is Online Tonight.
"1 minute, 30 seconds past the hour.
From Los Angeles, this is Online Tonight.
"2 minutes past the hour.
From Los Angeles, this is Online Tonight.
"2 minutes, 30 seconds past the hour.
From Los Angeles, this is Online Tonight.
"3 minutes past the hour.
From Los Angeles, this is Online Tonight.
"3 minutes, 30 seconds past the hour.
From Los Angeles, this is Online Tonight.
"4 minutes past the hour.
From Los Angeles, this is Online Tonight.
"4 minutes, 30 seconds past the hour.
From Los Angeles, this is Online Tonight.
5 minutes past the hour. 60 seconds to live.
From Los Angeles, this is Online Tonight.
Five minutes, 30 seconds past the hour. 30 seconds to live.
This is Online Tonight.
Online Tonight is live and on the air at 1-800-39-ONLINE. 1-800-396-6546.
Online Tonight.
What do you know from funny, you bastard?
And now, from the craziest city on the planet, this is Online Tonight, on the air toll-free at 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546. And now, the host of Online Tonight, Max.
All right. Hey, thank you so much for joining me. I greatly appreciate it on this wintry Sunday in January. This is hour 2 of episode number 2096. My name is Max Smart, and we're here talking about tech, pop culture, and pretty much whatever just pops into my head. I want you to think of me as your free IT tech support, and you can call me, you can email me, you can send me a text or leave me a voicemail. Of course, we're going to talk about our Geek Speak and our Bookmark This. We've got some new products from CES that we're going to talk about, some exciting Star Wars news, our review of a series called Ponies. But if you have questions, I want to help you. And the best way to do that is to call our toll-free telephone number using our Broadcast Bionics Caller One system. Our toll-free telephone number is 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546. I always have follow-up questions. So really, the phone number while we're live is the absolute best way to get in. And I'm happy to help you with anything. If you want to talk about, maybe you want to run some local AI models on your machine, what might you need? Maybe you want to get a new gaming system. Maybe your PC is giving you a little bit of trouble. Maybe you're not too happy about some of the stuff that's going on Windows 11 and you want to figure out how to turn them off. There are tools for that. I can help direct you to where those tools are. So I'm happy to help you with pretty much anything. Now, we're not going to troubleshoot why your dot matrix printer isn't working, because that could take 2 hours. But some of those other things I'm happy to help you with. And there's no such thing as a silly question or a dumb question, and you might help somebody else. So that's great. You can also send me an email, text, voicemail, the email address, show@onlinetonight.com. The text voicemail number is 951-395-1017. Data rates may apply. Leaving a voicemail is your authorization to broadcast your likeness. Again, the text voicemail number 951-395-1017. Victoria's taking your calls, going through the texts and the emails, and she's happy to say hi to you before we pop you up on the air. This portion of the show is powered by Anchor. They've been a pioneer in charging technology for over 10 years. Now, you want to charge your devices quickly and efficiently. Anchor has all kinds of fast chargers, including their Prime and Nano lines, as well as their MagGos. They're ultra-fast magnetic wireless chargers. You can check out all Anchor's products by visiting our website at onlinetonight.com/anchor, onlinetonight.com/anker. And my new line of pirate-themed merchandise. I've teamed up with swagtothemax.com. I have my own little store, onlinetonight.com/store, and I have pirate-themed shirts, T-shirts, hats, tote bags, and mugs. Right now, just the shirts are up there, and you can pop in there and see if there's anything that you like. More shirts that I'm designing coming soon. They also have I've included some of their ones there as well. And then just real quick on swagtothemax.com. Again, appreciate them working with me. They do promotional material like pens and jackets and tents and all kinds of stuff for radio stations or farmers markets or maybe your business. Maybe you're going to a trade show and you need some tchotchkes. They've got all that, and they're happy to help you with that. And they've been in that business, going to trade shows and giving things out. You want to have your brand right in front of your buyer when they decide that they're ready to buy. So you don't want something cheap and something they're not going to use, and they'll help you with that. Let's jump into some additional CES news. We were thinking about this because, there was a million square feet and there was so much to see that we didn't cover everything on the last show. So we thought we would throw in a couple little bits. Lenovo, they unveiled a wide range of laptops at CES 2026, including their flagship redesigns and experimental proof of concept devices. A major focus this year was rollable and transformable displays, along with lighter, more repairable designs. So it's nice to see someone really taking the, we're not going to lock you out of your machines and not allow you to fix stuff. I know that they're like Louis Rossmann and many people out there are definitely on the right to repair, not bandwagon, but they're really pushing it so that we own the things that we buy and that we should be able to fix them. Like if I have a 1958 Mustang, I can put whatever wheels I want on there. I can put as long as it's safe to drive on the road, I should be able to fix it. I should be able to get parts. I should be able to repaint it. It's mine. I bought it. I should be able to do these things and help it last as long as I want to keep maintaining it. Electronics and technology isn't like that. They make these things disposable. They make it difficult to fix, and then you got to basically throw it away and get a new one. It's wrong, as John Panette would say. The ThinkPad X1 Carbon Gen 14 Aura Edition uses a new space frame layout that makes components like ports, batteries, keyboard, and fans easier to replace. The ThinkPad Rollable XD concept features a display that wraps over the top and extends upward so that you get a larger workspace. That sounds pretty cool. In standard mode, the Rollable XD includes a rear-facing screen for presentations to people across the table. So if you're going to, let's say you're going to a mixer, or you're going to the Rotary Club, or you're going to the local commerce thing, and they don't have a projector at that particular cafe that you're at, you can just pop up your laptop and you can show your slides facing them, and you can still have your speaker notes and all those other things and be able to control the, what slides next, or somebody has a question, you can go back. That sounds pretty cool. They're expected to be available in June, and they're going to be around $1,700. They also announced a few other things. Some of the most unexpected things happen at CES, at least in my experience, and one of them that I was not expecting was Lego was there. They were showing off their new Smart Play system at CES 2026, which adds an interactive feature without having screens. So it's not like they just added displays to the thing. There's smart bricks, smart tags, and smart minifigures. Now, the smart tags are studless tiles with digital IDs that tell nearby bricks and minifigures how to behave. Smart bricks include LEDs, a speaker, a motion sensor, near-field magnetic positioning, accelerometers that let bricks react to motion and orientation while you're playing with it. Smart bricks can light up and play sounds based on the type of build, such as propeller sounds if you're building, say, a helicopter. The technology is powered by a tiny ASIC chip, ASIC, for those who might not know what that is. You can look it up. I think we made that at Geek Speak a while back. It's smaller than a Lego stud, the little nubs, whatever word you want to use. Lego created BrickNet, a Bluetooth-based system that lets multiple smart bricks work together. The Luke Red X5, The Luke's Red 5 X-Wing is $70, while the Throne Room Dual and A-Wing costs $160. So they're not overly expensive, but they're also not budget.
I'm really torn about these.
Why?
I'm glad that they're screen-free, but they do take out an aspect of the imagination, like kids making the helicopter sounds themselves and imagining, things being a certain way. If the toy takes over and does it for them, that seems like less of an experience.
Well, you've never played with technology like I do, right?
Probably.
Okay, so if I was to build something and it had lights and it had sounds, I would augment those sounds. I would add the gunning sound, like helicopters going up, machine gun, boom. Some of these, it's getting you in the spirit of the situation, and it's getting you a little bit more involved, and you're getting more of a visual thing as well, and you can still have super imagination, I would think. So why don't we get a set? We'll put some together, and you and I will play with them, and then you'll see that the sounds that it makes are subtle enough where it is not going to consume the entire funness.
And then, of course, I worry about things like, does it need batteries? Is it going to end up in the landfill? You know me.
Oh, yeah. Well, there are some things coming up about that, I think, that we're going to talk about. I don't know when we're going to talk about the nails, but, man, that is a waste. Stay tuned.
Looking for a one-of-a-kind gift or to complete your own collection? Sumerian Collection offers a wide variety of vintage goods with new items added weekly. Books, collectibles, clothing items, jewelry, gadgets, and gizmos galore. Many items are from the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, but exclusive finds from earlier time periods become available as well. Rare vintage items include dolls from around the world and foreign language books. Online shopping at Sumerian Collection is a breeze, with Etsy's secure payment processing and shipping to U.S. locations included free with every purchase. Visit SumerianCollection.etsy.com to see what's new and vintage this week. SAMERIAN Collection.ETSY.com. SAMERIAN Collection.ETSY.com. Sumerian Collection.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify. 800-908-3082. 800-908-3082. 800-908-3082. That's 800-908-3082.
Out here, in the middle of all these acres, it can feel like you're the only person on Earth. And sometimes, that's how it feels when you're going through tough times. Stress builds up, you have trouble sleeping, maybe your mind is racing and you just don't feel like yourself. So what do? We get help. Lots of people are struggling with their mental health. It's more common than you think. The good news is, there are people in our community who are here for us when times are tough. Sometimes, just talking to someone can make all the difference in the world, so we don't feel so alone. One thing you can do is visit loveyourmindtoday.org for simple steps you can take to find the right solution for you. Whether it's hearing stories about what other people are going through, or finding the resources we need to navigate the stresses in our lives. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle. Or forget extra diapers. And never give in to a meltdown. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never let them have too much screen time. And never bribe them for just one more bite. You say you'd never let them out in public without their hair brushed. Never, ever become a minivan mom. And you'd never give them your phone for a quiet dinner.
Calling boss work phone.
So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, no, it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Online tonight.
Geek Speak.
All right, this hour's Geek Speak is quantization. We'll get back to that in just a second. This Geek Speak is lit by the GoV Neon Rope Light 2. I talked about that earlier. And it features this easy integration with the GoV app and smart home platforms with more than 64 presets and lighting effects to, blend the colors and create segments of different colors. And it also has this AI lighting bot where you can just talk to it or text it and it'll create these new lighting effects. Very, very cool. It was nice to see how that demo worked at the show floor at CES. So thanks to all the guys over and ladies over at GoV who showed us around and all the cool things. They have this lava lamp thing, but it's actually projected on the wall. I mean, there's a lot of stuff there that I want if I had an unlimited budget. You can learn more about GoV by visiting our website, onlinetonight.com/GoV, onlinetonight.com/GOVEE. Now, quantization. Quantization is the process of mapping input to a fixed set of values. For example, an application may include a quantizing function that rounds a series of floating point numbers. You know what those are, 1.0896. It's got a decimal. To an integer, which means a whole number. So we would just round it to 1. The result is a reduced data set that only contains integers and then therefore takes up less space. Quantizing data provides a discrete set of values that, while estimated, can be more easily processed. For example, rounding numbers to the nearest 1,000 may be useful when charting population data. Who cares if it's 10,406? I mean, you could probably just say 10,000, or you could say 10,500. I mean, you can round to meet your needs. Other things like RGB values for your computer and your lighting, those are sometimes quantized to help publish the color chart to the website. Quantization is common in digital audio production, including pitch quantization, sample quantization, and MIDI quantization. I'm not that really skilled in Logic and things like that, but I know that you can quantize to get to the right beat marks and things like that, so that auto-tune and those things can be applied sparingly to these professional recordings. And MIDI quantization is best suited for electronic music and things like that. You'd probably want to talk to your musician friends on how quantization works. Also, LLMs. We don't have the machines that, when I say LLMs, I mean AI models. We don't have the machines that are capable of running the big models. And so what they'll do is they'll quantize it down to either an 8-bit or a 4-bit so that it will better fit the memory on our existing systems. So you can research that as well if you'd like. That is this hour's Geek Speak, quantization.
Online tonight.
All right, the phone lines are open. Call our toll-free telephone number using our Broadcast Bionics Caller One system. The number is 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546. You can also follow me on X and Instagram. I use the same account name on both platforms, @MaxSmartRadio, @MaxSmartRadio. Victoria.
We have a listener question in an email from Francisco in New York City.
Francisco. That's a fun name to say. Francisco. What's that movie from?
It's from Elf.
Yeah, go.
It says, I use Final Cut Pro and I really like having a standalone version of the software on my computer. However, it sounds like Apple is moving towards subscription only. Will I still be able to get all the features if I stick with standalone?
Well, as it stands right now, they are offering these things in parallel. You're going to be able to buy the standalone version, or better yet, you can get the bundle for $299. You can get the Final Cut Pro and Logic, Main Stage, and Compressor. And that's a standalone one-time purchase. And they have said they're going to continue to update those. Now, the subscription is going to have additional features and assets that you are not going to get if you buy the standalone. So Apple has already said they're committed to offering the one-time purchase. Who knows for how long, but at least right now that is the situation. And you're going to get some of the new some of the new intelligent features like visual search and transcript search and beat detection, and you're going to get the same STEM type stuff. They haven't exactly said what advanced AI or intelligent features that you're going to continue to get, or what exactly will be exclusive to the subscription. So we're going to have to wait to see what that is. You're definitely not going to get the templates, the pre-made videos, things like that. Those are going to be subscription only, right? And the creator includes a couple other things. Really, one thing that you didn't get before, which is Pixelmator Pro, because you already get Keynote for free, you already get Numbers for free, you already get Pages for free, and Freeform for free. But again, under the subscription, those other 5 apps or 4 apps are going to have intelligence add-ons, which we're not going to get if we just download the free version or we get the standalones. So it's going to be, what is your case, your use case? Are you going to need a lot of these extras? Are they going to benefit you? Or are you going to outside sources like Pixelbay or some of these other places to get some of your assets and your templates and things like that? So we're going to see together. But right now it doesn't look too bad. Apple Creator, as I mentioned last hour, is available January 28th for $12.99 a month or $130 a year in the U.S. And the one-time purchase options remains, but the new bundles include some advanced features that will be coming, but aren't exactly clear yet. Just really quick, Apple has an announcement next week that they're doing in LA with some creators. And some people are saying that the new MacBook Pros are rumored to be launched at the same time. But they're kind of having a kickoff, a creators meeting. So there you go. If you're not listening live and you want to submit a question like Francisco did, you can do that via email, show@onlinetonight.com. And our text voicemail number is 395-1017. Last segment, I mentioned this color-changing nails. iPolish unveiled their press-on smart nails at CES that change colors electronically. The nails use electric charge from a phone-connected wand to switch colors. Color change takes about 5 seconds per nail. Each nail can display around 400 colors and can change repeatedly. Technology is described as electrochemical, though exact method wasn't detailed. The starter kit's around $95. It includes 2 sets of nails. Nails can not be reshaped without damaging the internal hardware. Replacement cost for each nail is $650. I know that Miss Victoria, they're expected in June. We have like 20 seconds.
Yeah, what happens when you're done with them? They go in the landfill.
And how dangerous are they? Do they have batteries? Do they have electronics? What is the chemical in there that's causing the energy? And so, we're it's cool, but we're nervous about the long-term impact.
And I'd rather have it for my toenails.
You would get the colors for your toenails?
But those would grow out even faster.
Oh. I don't find that to be the case with me. How do your toenails grow? Hey, that's something else we can talk about on Online Tonight if you want to. Stay tuned.
At Bon Voyage Earns, we love our pets. We couldn't imagine our lives without them. But we know that when they pass on, we want to treat them with the respect they deserve, because they're family members too. Bon Voyage Earns makes biodegradable, marine-safe urns for the delivery of pets' cremated remains to a beautiful resting place in the Pacific Ocean. Love them while you have them. Give them a proper send-off when it's time. More information at bvorns.com.
There's no better way to bond with your cats than with a special treat. Lick and Lap by Vitacraft is a healthy 5-pack saucy tureen snack full of a creamy paste that your cats are gonna love. Free from artificial colors, flavors, and preservatives, it's the perfect snack between meals. Lick and Lap is available at Walmart, your local pet stores, and of course, on their website at vitacraft.us.
If you turned 65 recently like me, it's important you find a Medicare Advantage plan that gives you the coverage you're looking for. But finding one can be difficult. The best thing I did, and I suggest you do the same, is call a licensed insurance agent and let them walk you through your Medicare Advantage plan options. There are so many benefits you have access to, so make the call now and let the representatives explain everything to you. Our licensed insurance agents can offer you a variety of Medicare Advantage plans. Plus, the call is free, the information is free, and there's no obligation to enroll. We're here to make it easy for you to select a Medicare Advantage plan that may work for your needs. Finding a Medicare Advantage plan can be easy if you do what I did. Make a quick call right now to learn more. Thank you.
800-439-7851. 800-439-7851. 800-439-7851. That's 800-439-7851.
This is the Chef of Love, Chef Gennard, TV host and restaurateur. My grandparents harvested their land to sell food and shared its overflowing bounty with our community. Grandma said, for every yam we pick, we give one away. In the world they cultivated, I love preparing and eating dinner with my family on Sundays. When our resources changed, food assistance programs sustained us. They gave me fuel to start my first culinary business at 16 years old, and inspiration to donate the extra food in my community. Through my life, I've developed an appetite to work with others to ensure everyone has access to the nutritious food we need to thrive. Together, we can help end hunger. Come on, join the movement with Feeding America by volunteering, donating, and advocating. Learn more at feedingamerica.org/act now.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
We're live here outside the Perez family home, just waiting for the... And there they go, almost on time this morning. Mom is coming out the front door strong with a double-arm kid carry. Looks like Dad has the bags. Daughter is bringing up the rear. Oh, but the diaper bag wasn't closed. Diapers and toys are everywhere. Ooh, but Mom has just nailed the perfect car seat buckle for the toddler. And now the eldest daughter, who looks to be about 9 or 10, has secured herself in the booster seat. Dad zips the bag closed, and they're off. But looks like Mom doesn't realize her coffee cup is still on the roof of the car. And there it goes. Oh, that's a shame. That mug was a fam favorite.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Just nail the big stuff. Like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Learn more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Visit nhtsa.gov/
the right seat.
Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
Hey, you got this. Just breathe. Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
We're on the air live tonight. 1-800-39-ONLINE. 1-800-396-6546 is the number.
Online tonight.
The strongest, the most decent, the most caring, the wisest, and the healthiest man I know.
Oh, my. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. Greatly appreciate it. My name is Max Smart. The name of the show is Online Tonight, where we talk about tech, pop culture, and more. And in this segment, we're going to talk about a series that we watched. Don't forget, you can use our Broadcast Bionics Caller One system using our toll-free telephone number at 1-800-39-ONLINE. You can also reach out via email or text. The email is show@onlinetonight.com. The text is 951-395-1017. I've teamed up with Swag to the Max to introduce my new line of pirate t-shirts and swag. Huh? See what I did there? You can find them by going to my website, onlinetonight.com/store. Here's an example of one for our visual audience. Onlinetonight.com/store. Now our series review.
From Hollywood.
One very important thing, mate. I'm Captain Jack Sparrow.
Blockbusters, tearjerkers, family fare.
Everything is awesome.
What's worth seeing in the theater, and what should you just watch at home?
Are you a good witch or a bad witch?
Here are your hosts.
I am Max. Why are you whispering? So you'll turn up the volume.
I am Victoria.
Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, you're so loud.
Oh, okay. That's all right. Nobody can hear it but you. Want to share with you our thoughts on Ponies, rated TVMA on Peacock. Ponies is a movie series. It's not a movie. It's a series about two wives that are military wives. And they are stationed in Russia.
Yeah, they're
during
not.
The
they're
19...
Embassy wives. They're not military.
Oh, embassy wives. Thank you. Yeah, there is a difference between the... Yes.
They're diplomat wives.
So they're not like Pittsburgh. They're at...
They're in the
embassy
embassy compound.
In Moscow.
Mm-hmm.
Or how do you
I've been
say
there.
How do you say Moscow?
Moscow. Or Moskva if you're speaking Russian.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that sounds dirty. And so they are embassy wives, and then something happens to their partners, their husbands. This happens in the 1970s, 1976, 1977, thereabouts.
Uh-huh.
And then they have to deal with the loss. And they decide, maybe there's information that we could find. They're sent back to America.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go and they talk to the military people, and they say, maybe we could...
Agency people.
The three-letter people.
Yes.
Maybe we could go back and we could maybe help you, and maybe we could find some answers about what happened to our husbands.
Yes.
And so, in a way, this is a spy movie, a spy series, but it has these two unassuming, well, one of them's loud, one of them's very docile or mousy. I don't mean these as negative. I'm just trying to explain. One is more subdued, one is very boisterous. And how are they going to then get away with certain things in Moscow, and are they actually going to be spies? Is that fair on the premise, Ms. Victoria?
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
Yeah. And the stars of this show are Haley Lou Richardson plays Twyla Hasbeck, and she is the more brash, boisterous, outgoing American who does not speak a lick of Russian.
No.
She didn't really want to be there in the first place. Her husband kind of pressured her to come join him. She was enjoying, gadding about throughout Europe and going all different places. And he said that he needed her to be there to be an embassy wife.
Yeah, and she didn't say very nice things before he disappeared.
Yeah. And so she is very gung-ho about the spy stuff, but she's not super helpful because, one, she's always noticed. People see her. She wears loud clothing, and I mean, it is the 70s. A lot of people wear loud
Well,
clothing.
no, I mean, her clothes are like Madonna's from the 80s. It doesn't fit. And
Yeah.
it's cold in Russia.
And she has big hair, and she's very, she looks very different from all the people around her. And then her compatriot is Beatrice, also known as Bee, and she is played by Emilia Clarke, who was,
Game of Thrones.
She was in Game of Thrones, which we never saw, but I love her in Last Christmas. She's the main character in that movie, which I watch every year. And she is the one that you described as being more mousy. But the benefit of that is that she can blend in. People don't notice her when she's out and about. She looks like every other woman that you would see in Russia. And she also speaks fluent Russian.
Yeah, very fluent Russian.
Yes. So in fact, I had to look it up because in Last Christmas, she also spoke a Slavic language, and she came from Slavic ancestry. And I thought, wait, is she actually Slavic? Well, she isn't. So she's just a master of languages, I guess. But anyway, they make an interesting team because the one is so loud and the one is so blending in. And so we're about halfway through the series, and we're seeing how that works. But
And I want to give one thing away.
Yeah.
All right. So the loud one is not overly skilled. At what I want to say, I'm going to say this is sensitive. I'm going to be careful the way I say it. But one is highly educated from an Ivy League college. The other one used to live in a trailer park, right? This is what I'm trying to say. So in one scene, the loud, boisterous one, to create a slight distraction, burns down an entire bar.
Right.
So it's a kind of serious, and yet there are some humorous moments, which may be accidental. They may be on purpose.
She makes up for her lack of skill with her enthusiasm.
Yeah, she does.
But
we're halfway through, you said.
Yeah. And one of the things that makes this very interesting to me, of course, is that I was in the Soviet Union in 1983, and I studied it prior to that. And so I'm seeing kind of the way things were when I was there, just prior to the wall coming down, when it was the Soviet Union before it went back to being Russia. And so it's...
Did you want to tell the story about the ice cream and passing it behind you?
Well, sure. We went and met some friends of my parents who were working at the embassy. We actually went to their apartment and had dinner. And, they let us know that everything is bugged and the KGB is listening to pretty much everything that you do. And when you go out, when the man would go out, I don't know if this happened to the woman, the wife, but when the man would go out, anywhere he went, he would be followed by the KGB. And he said, you go to the ice cream stand on the corner and you buy 2 ice cream cones and you pass one over your shoulder to the KGB guy who's constantly tailing you, because you know that he's there, and there's no secret about that. And so that comes up a lot, with the KGB surveilling people and listening in and all that kind of stuff. And so that was all very familiar to me.
In the series,
Yeah.
when you say it comes up a lot in the series.
Yeah.
We're talking about Ponies, rated TVMA on Peacock. And you might even have seen an ad for Ponies during the latest NFL games. So they're really promoting it, and it's getting a lot of good press.
Yes. And I think that it's very well done for the time period. This is why I like things that happen in time periods that I have lived through, because I can see, you like to spot inconsistencies and continuity errors and things like that. And I like to do the same with places I've been or things that I know about and that kind of thing. So I find that to be very interesting. But it's a Cold War spy kind of thing with a twist that it's the women who are being spies, which was not heard of at that point in time.
Any other actors you want to highlight?
I don't.
The one CIA guy, it looks very familiar to me, but I can't place him. And then the other people I don't recognize. So
Yeah,
I wasn't
I
sure if
don't.
you wanted to highlight anybody else. So you've
I don't think
watched
so.
4 episodes so far out of 8. They're all available now. Is that correct?
Yes.
And I kind of came in and out, though I'm pretty interested. Like You're not allowed to watch it without me. But sometimes while I'm watching it, I get distracted. But I want to see what happens. How are you feeling?
I'm very interested. I want to see where this goes.
Based on a true story or no?
I don't think so, but who knows? I mean, this stuff is not well documented in the public.
Especially from those three-digit
From the
agencies.
the
alphabet
alphabets,
agencies,
yeah.
absolutely. And it's a little too early to rate it, right?
I mean, I'm enjoying it. I think I would highly rate it, but maybe better to rate after we watch the whole thing.
Okay, we're talking about Ponies. Again, rated TV MA for strong language, brief set of nudity, and bars on fire. Available on Peacock. We're always interested in what you're watching. If you want to drop us a note via email or text, or if there's something that you think we should include in the show, even if it's a flashback, a retro, we're always. I still have never seen 16 Candles. I have no idea why. Maybe I'll get there someday. It's online tonight. Stay tuned.
If you're an author interested in turning your works into audiobooks, Narrate Your Own Book is for you. Since 2005, David H. Lawrence XVII has taught 3,000 students the ins and outs of voiceover work, including narration of audiobooks. As an author, your curriculum includes more than the performance and recording aspects of narration. You also learn how to prepare your manuscript to become an audiobook and market it once it's finished. Visit narrateyourownbook.com for more information and a sample class. narrateyourownbook.com.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so, as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. It grows louder when you ask for help and you're vulnerable. It is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay.
When we learn the power of hope, recovery is possible. Find out how at startwithhope.com. Brought to you by the National Council for Mental Wellbeing, Shatterproof, and the Ad Council.
We call ourselves ASAP Travel for one reason. We can help you book a ticket ASAP. For those of you that don't know, that means as soon as possible. That means no wait time. You get through right away. No searching online. Our specialty is the lowest available fares on the big name airlines. You know them. We can't tell you their names. You can fly domestically or internationally and save more money than you could if you call the airlines directly. Our proprietary software goes underneath the hood of the major airline booking systems and finds you the best rates available. So if you're ready to make your travel plans right now, business or vacation travel, we have all the major airlines, always at great rates. Call ASAP Trips and we'll have your ticket in your inbox in 15 minutes. Call this number now.
800-515-4035. 800-515-4035. 800-515-4035. That's 800-515-4035.
Mama, what does the chicken say?
Chicken. Oh, okay.
When the wolf?
Oh, a wolf.
Ooh! What about the tiny dog? Cat? Owl? Dolphin? What does the turkey say? Whale?
Whale sound.
Do the giraffe.
Giraffe, really? Okay. Giraffe. Giraffe.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right.
Visit NHTSA.gov.
/ the right seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
They are our cuddlers and coworkers, purr machines and love bugs, and constant companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life so much better. When we face unexpected challenges in life, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people who love their pets and the pets who love their people, ensuring these families stay exactly where they belong, together. And you have something to offer. With an open heart and mind, there is nothing you can't do. There's no gesture too small or too big when it comes to helping. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. You can help keep pets and people together. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. This has been a public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
Just a little heads up before something bad happens.
Move your coffee cup away from your computer.
Oh, no.
So you can have more control.
Stop. You're texting your boss by mistake.
Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Warning. The cap is loose on that ketchup.
Ugh. Don't wait. You have the power to change the outcome. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Hey, bookmark this.
All right, this hour's Bookmark This, where we give you a website that we hope you find educational, entertaining, or fun, useful of some kind. This one is earthquake.usgs.gov/earthquakes/map. And don't forget, I put the link in the show notes. So this is hour 2 of episode number 2096. You can just go there and you can click on it. 32 years ago, here in Southern California, we had one of the most damaging earthquakes in American history. It was called the Northridge quake. And whenever we feel an earthquake or we hear about one, we always check this map. We've had a few good-sized earthquakes here in my area in the last month. And then a day or two ago, Alaska had a pretty good one. There's always ones over in Japan and in China and Asia areas. And I think we even had one in the middle of the country that was kind of unexpected. And we always go to this website to check it out to see, you know, what it's all about, how big it was, and if that's gonna maybe trigger one over here. We always have theories, but we're not scientists, so you know we never know. So it's earthquake.usgs.gov/earthquakes with an S/map. That is this hour's Bookmark This. Brought to you by Paramount Plus, one of our favorite series. School Spirits is returning for its 3rd season with 3 new episodes ready to binge on January 28th. There's also a brand new Star Trek series in town with episodes dropping every week. It's called Starfleet Academy. It features cadets navigating the ups and downs of what it takes to become a Starfleet commander or an officer. You can find out all Paramount Plus has to offer by visiting our website, onlinetonight.com/stream. onlinetonight.com/stream.
Online Tonight.
I don't think it's a secret. I am a big Star Wars fan. I really like the originals, and I've come to like the prequels. I am on the fence about the other ones. And go to Disneyland and Disney World and things like that so that I can see the Galaxy's Edge, which we used to call Star Wars Land, but they're trying to make me stop doing that. And I love Disney Infinity, especially 3.0. I only need one Star Wars character to complete the entire Star Wars collection that I have. They're back here for our visual watchers. You can see all the Star Wars ones are up there, except for one. I'm missing one. So if you have Sabine and you want to work something out with me, drop me an email, show@onlinetonight.com. Why am I talking about Star Wars? Kathleen Kennedy, who was the president of Lucasfilm for the last 14 years, has decided to step down, but she will continue to be a full-time producer. Kennedy will produce the upcoming films The Mandalorian and Grogu, and another movie called Star Wars Starfighter. Dave Filoni will become president and chief creative officer, leading the studio creatively. Lin-Wen Brennan, I'm not sure I got the first name right, but Brennan will serve as the co-president, overseeing operations alongside Filoni. Filoni has been with Lucas since 2005, Lucasfilm since 2005, was instrumental in the Clone Wars, Rebels, those are the animated ones, The Mandalorian, and is currently the showrunner for Ahsoka Season 2. Brennan has been with Lucasfilm since 1999 and previously led ILM, which is the special effects division for George Lucas, and became president and GM of Lucasfilm Business last year, or year before, 2024. Kennedy became Lucasfilm president in 2012 after Disney acquired the studio, and she was responsible for guiding Star Wars and Indiana Jones expansion. She's responsible for The Force Awakens, Rogue One, The Mandalorian, the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, Ahsoka, and The Bad Batch. And people don't want to talk about Andor. I mean, she greenlit that, and she greenlit several others. So, I mean, she's responsible for those as well. Interesting that they didn't list them, because maybe they didn't do so well. Kennedy's leadership included record-breaking box office success and launching Emmy-winning series. This sounds like a press release from the Disney people, because I don't know that all the Star Wars movies made a lot of money, and I don't know that the streaming series are making a lot of money. But there you go. Her career spans over 50 years. She helped establish Amblin Entertainment. That's Steven Spielberg's company. She produced over 70 films, earning 25 Academy Awards from 120 nominations, and she received a bunch of other awards and milestone awards. Filoni and Brennan bring over 30 years of combined executive experience to guide Lucasfilm's next chapter in storytelling. The most interesting thing about this announcement for me was the very next day, Disneyland said Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, and Darth Vader will now start appearing as of April 29th in Galaxy's Edge, which apparently, and this is just rumor, Kathleen Kennedy was fully against. Like, she only wanted it to be
adamant.
Adamant?
Yeah, she was adamant against it.
Okay, so fully against.
Yeah.
Adamant. It's just a bigger word. So the Ivy League word. She didn't want it to happen. She was like, Batuu is not even a real place in the Star Wars universe. They made it up just for Galaxy's Edge. But she got her hands on her hips and she said, hey, we're not going to have any of those classic, well-loved characters. They're going to only have my characters in there. So we're only going to have Rey, and we're only going to have, who knows what she actually said. But that seems to be what it is. But now that she's gone, we're going to get Darth Vader. We're going to get the Imperial Stormtroopers. We're going to get Luke Skywalker. And we're going to get...
How are those different than the Stormtroopers they already have?
Their costumes are slightly different.
Oh.
The retro ones were a little bit more bulky, and the newer ones are a little more sleek and shiny. So it's very interesting. I mean, we already see Rey there. We've seen Chewbacca for a while. We've seen Mandalorian and Grogu pop around for a little bit. So, that's kind of like the new series. But I'm very excited to see the new ones. My big question is, Darth Vader used to be in Tomorrowland over by Star Tours, and now he's going to be moved into Galaxy's Edge. How is Kylo Ren and Darth Vader going to be in the same space?
Kylo Ren is supposed to be in Tomorrowland.
He's going to get moved?
Yeah.
All right, so that's interesting. All right, if you missed any portion of the show, don't forget you can head over to onlinetonight.com where you can check out the show notes. This is episode number 2096. You can listen to the audio archive right from the webpage. You can subscribe to the podcast. There's a link to our visual on YouTube, youtube.com/@onlinetonighttv if you want to watch us there. And stay tuned.
Online Tonight is produced and copyrighted by Smart Family Media. All rights reserved. Host Maxwell Smart. producer, and other hats worn by Victoria Smart. Views and opinions expressed are those of the host, guest, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, affiliates, or other advertisers.
From Los Angeles, this is Online Tonight.